Hello, everybody. Welcome to before. Um, I have a handful of Warhammer games this weekend where I'm trying to test some lists for the tournament, which is 2 weekends from now. And one of them includes a second copy of this monster boss. The named unique version is Swamp Boss Scumdrek, or it's what is it? The Snatcha boss on Sludge Raker Beast. So if we get through that, definitely throw some paint around, but I kind of want to get this guy ready to go. It was cool to see those Necrons in the pre-roll. I haven't seen those since, well, around when that was shot, I guess, but I played a bunch of 40k with my good friend in North Carolina at the launch of 10th edition, the latest edition. I haven't played since. Enjoyed that weekend, but have been enjoying Age of Sigmar more, and the community out here has been awesome, so. And 4th edition just came out. It's been so fun. Oh, you know what? I have a new... No, this one should be okay. I was going to say I have a new clippers that I brought home in my bag, but I think this one's still pretty okay. So many pieces. So Chris and I got a bunch of stuff from the latest Kickstarter of Moonstone, and that came in the other day, so we assembled the first of our models for that, and they are very cool and characterful. I'm very excited to paint them on here, probably, and try out the game as well. David playing 3-5 tonight. Awesome. Have a great time. Thanks for hopping in for a sec. So this Moonstone game is like skirmish war game. But the objectives are moonstones falling from the sky. Sorry, just today I feel like I started having like seasonal allergies or something. Very strange. But, so the objectives are a handful of D4s that you hold over the table and you drop, and wherever they land, that's where moonstones have struck the earth. And the number is how deep the moonstones have been lodged in, and you have to dig them up. So it takes like a turn action to like dig them up for that value. And then you gotta run them off the board or something, I think. But definitely, the game's definitely trying something new. So I already have one of these built, but I built that like over a year ago. Building is cool. I'm glad you think so. I was worried it wouldn't be quite as exciting, but I've never tried it on here before, so. And I don't love the building process, or I'll say it's not my favorite part. Obviously, I love painting. But I am very excited to get this model on the table because I have devised an army list that I think will be pretty successful. I hope. We'll see. It will at least be fun to test, certainly. I'm playing 3 games this weekend. And I actually played with Nate on Tuesday. His elves, his Lumineth Realm Lords beat my orcs. He has these gnarly fox heroes. They're like just these heroes with these big foxtails that dance around in like a big tornado sort of style. And they move 18 inches, shoot you horrifically, and then fly away another 18 inches. So it's very powerful. I'm in search of a very small piece on these frames. Where are you? It's like just a single toe. Oh, I found it. Just a single toe right here. Alright. I gotta clean up where I cut off the frame. Hey, Wilderness. I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for saying hello. Anyone else hobbying tonight? I will say about assembly. It's probably not my favorite to do, but it is very rewarding at the end to see a finished thing that's finally like so much potential. It's just ready for paint. You can do anything you want with it. So to like see it on the base and hold it, it's like, ah, yes, exciting. Especially these big models. I've been having more fun painting big stuff recently because I feel like I actually put less effort into it, if that makes any sense, because it's so big that like if you just focus on like a couple of like striking little bits, you can kind of forget about a lot of it, a lot of the model. Like you don't have to go into extreme detail because it's big. So like just make big areas of like skin and scales flashy. Have a focal point. And then like on my first copy of this character, there's like a bunch of hanging like trophies and skulls and stuff. They're hardly painted, if I'm honest. They kind of just like got the base coat and got like the preliminary steps before they actually get painted. And I finally spent like a couple hours on the model and I was like, just gonna leave them how they are. They're just kind of murky and dirty. And if they're looking at the tiny skull hanging off the back, then I've done something else wrong. So there's kind of a freedom to me painting big models. I know it can maybe seem intimidating, but to me it's kind of freeing. Because, you know, you just make some glowing yellow eyes and scary fangs, and like it'll be an impressive model, you know. Like, my other model for this army is a big giant vulture, like a big bird with wings outstretched. It's like, as long as I make the wings cool, no one's gonna see anything else. So I spent the majority of the time on the wings, make them all cool, do some airbrush stuff, whatever. And then just make sure the rest is kind of painted, and it's pretty much good to go. That's kind of the key to speed also. It's just hit the important areas and forget the rest. You can always come back to it, but especially if you're trying to play an army game like this and you're trying to just get stuff playable. I mean, that's what I have to do for my sanity. So just cut some steps. Got my plastic glue here. This is like the chest or the belly. Sometimes I can't quite tell in the picture like what angle it's at, but normally there's just sort of that way where it just situates. I'm really glad I found this quick drying variety of this this Tamiya extra thin plastic glue, because man, I get real impatient when I'm assembling. Just a little bit of a mold line here. How do you want to go in? Oh, I see. If I were at home, I'd be finishing painting all the little thorns on the forest bramble walls. Oh yes. There's a number of them, aren't there? Gonna put some extra, see if I can make this seam go away just a little bit. This part is like being weird to me. I feel like this happened the first time I built this a pretty long time ago. Like sometimes the photo angle and the instructions is just not helpful. Oh, so I see. Okay. And then you finally find it, and it's like, oh yes, that is actually obvious. This happens to me so often. I get a little bit of the plastic glue like on my finger or something, and it sort of smudges a bit. But it normally works to just try to clean it up and then put a little more of the plastic cement over it. And it smooths it out a little. All right. Excuse me. We have an arm. What's this guy's name? Scumdreck. He's boss of the swamp. Well, that's the name of the guy on top. I don't know what do you think the name of the monster is? The Sludge Raker Beast. Larry? Sludge Larry? Sludgenheimer Schmidt? I mean, you can kind of tell how big this guy ends up. Just like look at the size of the freaking base. Oh, I'm sniffling. Mace, this stream is for you. You said you wanted some tips on assembling Warhammer. Internet keeps cutting out. Okay, bye, Mace. Thanks for stopping by. Where's the other leg? There we are. Well, at my D&D night, we're actually playing a system called Icons. It's a superhero game. Custom world that we played a different superhero arc in. It's like future apocalypse New York City kind of thing. And we were wrapping up. It's kind of like a murder mystery. So basically we're all playing like superhero recruits, like we're all kind of like teenagers and stuff that are like the cadets of like the big poster people, like superheroes, and one of them gets killed, and so it's more like a murder mystery detective thing with occasional like superpower combat. This has been really fun. It was supposed to be like a short, not one shot, but like 3 or 4 sessions, and we've been playing it for like 6 months or more now. But I think we're approaching the finale. Alright, let's get this other arm on here. Oh! Ah, it's like part of the tail. I'm gonna say, it seems like it wants to go right here, but... Hey, this frame is empty, so we don't gotta worry about that one anymore. Oh, his little feets. Gotta get his little feets out. Cleaning up his toenails. What's up, Hippo? Subscribe for 53 months. Thank you so much, dude. Incredible. I remember this about this kit is like you get through the beast pretty fast, which is fun. Like you start to see like the big cool monster come together. It's a lot of parts, but it's pretty fun to build. There's cages that are hanging off of these big wooden things that are kind of gnarly to build, but they're cool once they go together. How they assemble is interesting. It's just also finicky. It's like the bars of the cages have to go through like the rings of the cage. Very weird. I'm just building a model for my Warhammer army. The Snatch a Boss on Sludge Raker Beast. The named version is Swamp Boss Scumdreck. There's a local tournament, one-day tournament, 2 weekends from now. And the list I was trying Nate beat on Tuesday, so I'm going to try something else. And Nate will also be playing that tournament, which is very cool. It's starting to take shape. Oh, here we go. Look, here's some of the cages. It's like you have to put the cage together and then it like goes through this piece. And the cage plastic is also very thin, so it makes me nervous, like even just clipping out, but once they're together, it's very cool. In the last edition of the game, when this guy released, he had an ability. He's the snatch a boss, right? So he had an ability to try to snatch a model and put it in a cage. You don't do that no more, though. But it's still a cool model. And I'm liking its use in game too. Pretty much just picks a unit that's close to it to buff. So he just wants to like sit back behind a blob of orcs and keep them buffed. Passes out Sludge Raker Venom. Makes nearby weapons more powerful. Increases their damage. Gotta love damage. Oh no. I dropped it. I'll tell you what, even at work, how long I've been doing this, the number of times I drop stuff randomly. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, little spindly things. Okay, and now look at this. This is how this assembles. There's holes in here, and it wants to go through it and then glue. It's kind of wild. So many spikes and chains. One cage down. Oh, and there's even a little baby cage. For a little grot or a little, I don't know, little critter. I can't tell if this cage piece is bent or if it's meant to be kind of a bent cage. We'll find out, I guess. It's all ramshackle anyway. We'll make it work either way. All right. Alright, I think we have successfully put the Snatch in Snatch-a-Boss. Dragon Day, welcome. New here, what is the glue you are using? This is Tamiya Extra Thin Plastic Cement. It is my go-to. This will only work on plastic. It's like a chemical reaction that only works on hard plastic like this. So not resin or anything like that. And this is the quick setting version. I get pretty impatient, and most of the joints I don't need to like manipulate very much. They're pretty cut and dry on these kits for Warhammer, so I get the quick setting one, but their regular stuff is just as good. It just takes it gives you a little more working time if you want. And sometimes what I used to do, especially before I got the quick setting, was I would just fix it together, the pieces, with a couple little spots of super glue and like accelerant, a quick dab, like just to get it to stick, and then I just hit the seams with the plastic glue. Now that I found the quick setting, I just pretty much use that. But that's what I used to do, is like quickly get it together with a couple dots of super glue and accelerant so that the seams are together, and then I hit the seam with the plastic glue. But yeah, I swear by this stuff. Alright, next up is the last little tiny cage. And now that you bring it up, it makes me think. I'll tell you what. My favorite super glue I've learned over the years, trying many super glues, is just regular old super glue in the tiny little tubes. I get a giant jumbo pack of just like the brand super glue or whatever it is, the yellow and red ones. And it's mainly because every super glue I've ever had has dried up in the bottle and made it useless. So I like just getting those little, bunch of those little ones like that big, and just going through them. And they usually last like multiple times, like those aren't drying up on me. But you know, I'll assemble a few things and then it's empty. Sometimes it gets stuck, so I just like clip off the end, you know, because if you, for certain things you need that like really sharp end to apply the glue. But as long as they're disposable and I have a bunch of them, sometimes I just snip off the end for like gluing crap to the base, whatever. I don't need a lot of precision. And then I open up a fresh one. So I don't think I'll ever really go back to any kind of fancy super glue for any reason. It's also because kits are always improving too, you know? Like the joints are really pretty secure with any glue. All right. I think we just have the beast's head and then the monster's done. Then we just do the little hero on top. Hello, cat. How you doing? Lost track if I even got all the pieces for this darn thing. I think I snipped off a little tooth of his on accident. Alright. Let's see how the heck this works. So far, it mostly doesn't work. Well, I figured it out. Told myself, hey, let's do the more complicated head. The other version I have of this doesn't have it. Now I'm struggling. Alright, I think I got it. Hey, Joe, thank you for the raid. Welcome all. Just building some Warhammer. I've never built on the stream before, but I want to try this model out in some Cruel Boys lists this weekend. This part's kind of being a pain. I'm sure it's mostly operator error. Whew, glad that part is over.